Hello, my dear learners. Welcome to Learny Dose. Continuing our Forces series, and this is the part 3 of Forces video.
Okay, so now let us come up to the types of forces as we discussed about. Like there are two kinds of forces. One is contact force and the another one is non-contact force. So we are going deeper into it. We are going to learn about that what contact forces are and how many types of contact forces are there and how many types of non-contact forces are there. Okay, so we are going to learn about it. All right, so let us discuss this particular point. Okay. So contact forces are the forces which occur when objects are physically touching each other, and frictional forces are the types of contact forces which acts opposite to the direction of motion. For example, if you are walking, then the ground is applying a force towards you and you are applying a force towards the ground. So, this is how you are walking forward. Okay, that is a kind of frictional force. Okay, so as you can see, these boys are skating, and the boy on the other hand is, jumping or doing something like walking. So, they are both the examples of frictional force. Okay, and you can see a car's tires gripping the road. That is also an example of frictional force. Okay, then comes the tension force, which is also a type of contact force. It is transmitted through a rope, string, or cable when it is pulled tight, like this. Okay, suppose that it is a place where this string is fixed, and this particular thing is pulling it tight into the upward direction. So the force here is the tension force. Okay, the force applied here is the tension force. Okay, so transmitted through a rope, any string or cable, when it is pulled tight, okay, then only the tension force works. All right, and let us discuss about the example of tension force. So the example is pulling a heavy box with a rope. Okay, so normal force are those forces, the support forces exerted by a surface perpendicular to an object resting on it. For example, a book resting on a table. Suppose that a book is resting on a table, so the normal force is being applied here. Okay, so the next is applied force. The force applied to an object by a person. Suppose you are pushing an object, you are pulling an object. So that is an applied force, a force applied to an object by a person or another object. Okay, spring force exerted by a compressed or stretched spring. As you can see, these two people are stretching this string. So this is how the spring force works. And for example, a compressed spring in a toy is there. Okay, so that is a kind of the daily life, we can say a real life example. Okay, so let us move on with air resistance, a force which is acting opposite to an object moving through air. For example, a parachute slowing a skydriver. Okay, so yes, that's it.